we just feel we got to get our whole team together. We got enough players, we got enough combinations. Getting BJ back on track is important. So the first 2 weeks we did a little individual. Now we'll start with team stuff. We'll do that for 3.5 weeks, and then it's let's get after it.
Like I said, we're gonna play, 9, 10 deep. Just have a lot of fun, get up and down. I just expect, just to make some noise as far as that team that they got a lot of depth and they just coming after you.
Last year was the Carrier Classic, now it's Germany, then we're gonna be heading to Atlanta. It's crazy, man, but that's one of the reasons why we all came here to play in games like that.
Well, it started about 8 years ago. I took a trip with 6 other coaches and Jay Billis from ESPN, and we went to Kuwait.
Good job on 3, 1, 2, 3. Good job.
It was such a life-changing experience for me that I went back the next year. When my AD found out how much it meant and how interesting it was to me, he started this deal to arrange our game that we played last year on the aircraft carrier.
At the front end, we were rather hesitant to pull the trigger on this event, and Coach actually went to the student athletes and asked them, do you want to play on Friday in Germany, and do you want to turn around and play Kansas down in Atlanta on Tuesday? And they enthusiastically said yes, I think primarily because of the experience that they had in San Diego.
I know that, it's other guys' first time being out the country, so I'll say that, it's a very big experience for this team and for this program.
Anytime you look at troops going over and back, this is where they go through, is Ramstein. And, I think you see teams go over there so many times in the summer on different types of tours. This is an opportunity to take a game that matters, a game that counts, and make it a memorable way to kick off the season. The logistics are a little different than going down to West Lafayette or Bloomington. It's a bigger challenge from a travel perspective. The team goes over on a Tuesday and they play on Friday, and it's going to give them some time to not only get their feet under them from a competitive standpoint, but also to see some meaningful things in Germany while they're there.
Getting on the flight, is always a little leery anytime you're going over the pond, but it was fun to watch some of our players who had, maybe the longest flight they were ever on was definitely in the United States.
This is all new to me. I've never been out the country, never had to get a passport, never had to go through just the different airport procedures we had to go through just being out of the country.
We usually just get right onto the plane, but we got to sit here and wait, and my knees is hurt, and I'm ready to get in the air and get out of the United States.
I think it was a mixture of emotions. I think we were all excited and ready to get over to Germany, but I don't think we were all ready to enjoy that 9-hour flight.
I think a lot of us are actually excited to get there and get some rest and lay in a bed, sprawl out, and catch up on some sleep. And then when we wake up, go practice.
Well, the first place we went was to the hospital, and it was with the Wounded Warriors.
It's a personal honor to be able to introduce Coach Izzo to all of you. I am from North Carolina, but I grew up a big Michigan State fan.
We all met together, and we talked a bunch that came down into like a lobby-like area. We're going to be here 4 or 5 days. Hopefully you get to know us. We'd sure love to get to know you. The first guy we got to was really interesting because he was sitting there and his legs were kind of bandaged up, and Derek Nix asked him, when are you going home? And he said, in a couple weeks. And he said, well, that's good. And when the guys looked at him and said, no, it's not, because I've got a whole team that I'm leaving down region. I watched the look on my 2 players' faces.
It just gives you perspective on life and what's important, and kind of gives you a reality check.
It's weird. You come over here to play basketball, but then you get to thinking about what goes through other people's heads, and this is what they do every day, and sometimes they're putting their life on the line doing things like this for us.
How you doing? How you doing? Oh, hanging in there. Hanging in there.
We in sports think about sacrifices we have to make, getting up early, lifting weights, curfews, whatever the things are. and then you get a real dose of reality, and I thought the dose of reality was incredible.
A lot of times you hear about troops and what happens and missions that they do, but we got to play video games with the guys that have been hurt, that are injured, and are about to go home. I mean, that's big because now you're getting to put a face with a soldier and an injury, and you're like, man, this is real. This is a real person, and they're our age too. That's a lot of people I don't think they get is they're the same age as us.
You know, it's one thing for teams to come overseas, but to come overseas and visit soldiers who gotten hurt, it's a big morale booster. It's a morale booster for most of these guys.
Having the teams come through was like having celebrities come through. It was a little reward for all the hard work we do. It was quite an exciting time.
Hey, I'm from Michigan. Where's my hug?
Just getting to talk to them, it was crazy how, you know, they felt like we were doing them a service, and really what was happening was they were doing us a service. And so we just tried to show them how grateful and thankful we were for everything that they do.
It kind of made the whole trip worthwhile because sometimes we live in Disneyland as athletes, and that bring you back to reality moment is worth a million words.
Once we got here, I mean, Coach wanted to keep us on Eastern time, so I mean, we did things later than what we normally do. So I think he just kept us on our normal schedule, so our bodies weren't having to adjust too much, so we could still go out and have a good hard practice.
It really felt like one huge, long day.
You know, it's kind of, you know, back home it's early, but, you know, out here the time is different. So I'll say that, you know, guys, you know, are kind of still adjusting to the time zone, but, you know, we're going to get through it.
Well, it was fun going on a C-130. You know, you always hear about them. You see them when they're either taking troops and to different destinations, or a lot of times you see them with the Red Cross, with the planes full of food, or you know, maybe bringing a Humvee somewhere, or the different things they do. And when you see it in reality, it kind of hits home differently.
You think, all right, everybody's about to go out, everybody's going to be okay, but then clipping into the seat belt and just seeing, like, thinking that other people have been here right before they jump out of the airplane and what's going through their head before it happens. Seeing this, you're like, man, this is real. People actually really get hurt. People die out here.
Well, I think all the guys got to eventually see the cockpit and see what it was like, and talk to the pilot and the co-pilot and ask them some questions. And, you know, you see the zip line that those jumpers go off of, you know, it's the real deal.
That was a really cool experience to see their faces. Some of them have never been on a military plane. Many of them haven't been on too many planes other than going to and from trips, you know, to Final Fours or to away games. And a lot of them, I think, were surprised at how loud a military aircraft is.
Being on that plane made me feel as if I was a troop a little bit, the way we were sitting on the plane and the way you know, everybody was next to each other. I felt kind of rallied.
Head up, and you're going to dribble the ball with a palm there with your left hand, fingertip control.
Fingertip, nice job. Head up, nice job. Quick, head up, guys, good. Head up.
I think all the kids in the gym over there are just bouncing off the walls, ready to come over and meet the players. They're not used to seeing anybody this tall either, not too many. So when they get over here, I think they're going to be amazed.
Get him out, hold on, wait. Get him out. Don't get it. Hey! Let's go, turn up.
Look, right here, come on, do this. Just do this one, Oh, you almost got it, come on.
Let me show you one time, like this. This is how you get around the defender. You see me?
It's pretty awesome to have a little bit of home brought over here to us overseas. We, you know, if we want to watch our favorite teams, we've got to wake up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and watch the game, so it's pretty awesome that we can actually have them come here.
Spartans on 3, 1, 2, 3.
All right, guys, you're over there, gang. This is the best part of the whole day. You know, it's great to see our military, but you think of all the sacrifices the kids make and what they go through when their mothers and fathers are in the military. To give them just an hour of our time is so precious. And I think if you watch the players from both teams, they're really enjoying this part because they were all kids at one time too. And knowing that their parents are fighting for us is unbelievable. think the most difficult part of these kind of trips is you get caught up in the falderall, and then all of a sudden you got to turn the switch and you got to get back into, you know, what you got to do. You know, we got a chance to spend time with our military. We got a chance to spend time with their kids. Now we got to flip the switch and see if we can refocus in on our task at hand, which is to play the game and finish the job.
At the end of the night, you care about the win and the loss, but it's almost like you feel like you're playing for something besides yourself. You're playing for your armed forces, and people are putting their lives on the line for you.
Just to feel the emotion of the game and how excited they were to see us play was inspiring, and we just really had a great time.
Playing in this event Friday, I think is a sign of respect for our program. You know, we've been invited in the Tournament of Champions Classic. It's a 3-year deal, as you know. Playing down there in the dome is going to be incredible. We've played in that dome one other time against Gonzaga and Temple, one of their series. Had some success. I don't think the dome will have anything to do with it. I think it'll be how we play. As far as Kansas goes, we're running into a very, very, very experienced team. I think they have 3 senior starters that played on their team that went to the finals last year. We're going to be the team with the floor burns. We're going to get every loose ball. We're going to get every rebound, all right?
Go Green! Go Green!
That was nothing but hustle by Dawson. Seconds left. Appling for 3. He got it! Down the lane he goes. Scoop shot. Good! Oh, what a play by Keith Appling!
6 seconds. They need a tray. Johnson in duress. 3 seconds. Here's the 3-ball. It's off the mark. It's over. It's over. And Michigan State has come to Georgia and upset Kansas. Wow.
That's how you do it, baby. Let's get it.
What I tell you in the room, dog? Keith, what I tell you in the hour 45 minutes? Let's go.
We executed down the stretch with a lot more precision than we did during the game. I mean, we got a long way to go. That was one of the bigger wins we've had because of the situation. Because of the situation. And we ground it out. We ground it out. We made a couple big plays. Yeah, we made a couple big plays. It wasn't easy. That's a pretty good basketball team. You know, we made some mistakes. We're still growing. We're still in the infant state. We're going to get better, yeah. We're going to get better. Because you practice hard, we're going to get better. Hell of a job, man! Yeah! Be humble now with the gas. 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah!
Over the years, you know, I brought both Denzel and Drew here to watch a lot of basketball games, to understand what the tradition of Spartan basketball was all about.
A lot of fans come up to me and say, I remember your dad playing here, you know, your dad was great. And, you know, everybody, you know, just kind of looks forward to seeing, you know, his sons.
To watch Drew and Denzel on the floor at the Breslin Center is just absolutely incredible. I don't know what kind of emotion I'll have at the time, but I'm sure my heart will be filled with joy.
Not everybody in the country gets to play against their older brother, you know, not only, you know, just in a regular game, you know, organized game, on the biggest stage, you know, on TV, on the Big Ten Network, in front of all these Spartan fans and in front of my community, you know, it was just a great experience.
I think both of them understand that the game is not about them. You know, Drew and Denzel both are team players. If you watch either of them play, you'll see that they're both team guys, they're both facilitators, they want what's best for the team.
Well, again, the freshman just showing that hustle on the offensive glass. Great play by Denzel.
They've never played against each other. Even in the summer league, they were on the same team, so it was very different. Good job.
You know, just, you know, somebody that, you know, I always want the best for and love and, you know, really care about. You know, it was like I was trying to, you know, beat him up. And, you know, I've always been like his protector, his you know, right-hand man, you know, there for like guidance and advice. So it was kind of weird kind of trying to take him down. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm just proud of him, and he played a really good game.
Chatting all throughout the game, you know, encouraging each other behind the scenes, and it was pretty fun.
Both Drew and Denzel, you know, they're very close. They're good friends, and they support each other.
Going to Michigan State, being a Michigan State person, it was very hard to cheer for both of them.
Now goes out to Denzel Valentine down the lane, working on his brother ball, people. And the big brother knocked it away. I just figured at some point that would happen.
That's an easy one to call, isn't it? Valentine against Valentine.
Yeah. You know, just kind of cheering for both of them and not really kind of going all out for one team or the other was kind of strange for me too. So it was really difficult.
my mom just came up to me crying, saying it was so hard. So I think, you know, at the end of the day, it'll be something cool that they can reflect on, and, you know, it'll be a moment that our family can cherish forever.
For me, just to be able to watch both my sons, first of all, to have two sons that can play college basketball is really rewarding to see that.
All my family, you know, got to see me and my brother play at the same time, you know, against each other. But it was all love. I didn't know how many family members was here, but, you know, I was really surprised and to see how many people care about me. You know, it was really fun.